coming right there.
Welcome back to Tactical Rifleman. My name is Donnie Bowen, and this is my buddy Emery. Okay, you guys already know Emery. So, but anyways, this is my show. This is my time right now. But anyways, we're gonna do basic tumbling for survival, just so that you guys can be able to protect your head and protect everything else. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and check out this week's sponsors.
All right, hey guys, with dark clouds on the horizon, you got to do, you know the deal: shelter, water, food, everything else, right? Well, a lot of people rely on MREs. The shelf lives are terrible. They're heavy, and most of them taste like ass. So Nutrient Survival just came out with their NRE, Nutrition Ready to Eat. And because it's freeze-dried food, right, literally, guys, so you still get the 15-year shelf life, but for me, if I'm having to carry everything on my back, these things don't weigh anything at all. 40 essential nutrients. This is an entire day's worth of food in one package. And they've got a bunch of different ones. This happens to be the Alpha one, right? Alpha through Foxtrot on the back. But when you tear this puppy open, I've just ventilated one right here. You've got your peanut butter bar that you literally can stick in your pocket while you're moving. But when you stop to pull water out of the river, you know, even if you're using a hand pump, it's always good to boil that water. Right? You know, we want to make sure it's clean. So boil that water. You're boiling water anyways. What I did was I took the Homestyle Scramble, which is like my favorite meal by Nutrient Survival. I cut off the bottom of the bag. That's my bowl. And pour just a little bit of water in here. Guys, I'm going to tell you, that is good stuff right there. Now, while you're waiting for it to reconstitute, it also comes with one of your things of vitamin coffee, and it comes with the creamy chocolate shake. Here's a little cheat for you. I take 1/3 of the chocolate shake, I put it in my vitamin coffee, and guys, that is a perfect mocha cappuccino right there. You guys know how I love my coffee. Now, what that leaves you to get you through the rest of the day, maple almond grain crunch. This is good with milk. Obviously, I don't have milk out here, but guys, even just pouring water over it, I was surprised at how good that stuff is right there. And then one of my all-time favorites, who doesn't like triple cheese and macaroni and cheese? What's not to like there? Guys, an entire day's worth of chow. It's good stuff. Nutrient Survival, use code TR10 is gonna save you 10% off your whole order. And I'm excited about these new NREs. I can toss them in the back of my vehicle, but so can you. Go check it out.
There's a reason that we have to understand tumbling, why we should do it, if anything, stuff like that. But obviously, I just want to make sure you guys understand, we need to try to stay on our feet, okay? Same thing, you know, if you're in the military, if you're a police officer, whatever, you need to stay on your feet. You don't need to be trying to go down to the ground or anything like that. I mean, I love jiu-jitsu, but you have to understand the difference between jiu-jitsu sport and also what you can or cannot do or should not do when it comes to actual self-defense or self-offense. For tumbling, you have like basic stuff like your forward rolls. I'm not talking about back flips or front flips or anything like that, any of that fancy type stuff or whatever. What I'm trying to talk about is like your forward roll. We're trying to protect this brain bucket right here. So all you're trying to do is, like, when you're gonna do a forward roll, you just gotta tuck your chin, and you're not trying to slam your head into the ground. You're not trying to slam your shoulder into the ground either. You're just trying to tuck your head and roll all the way through, curve your spine, and then get right back up to your feet so that you can either freaking do the Scooby-Doo and get out of there, or if you need to try to, you know, stand up and square back up with that person. So you have your forward roll, then you also have your backward roll. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk about the forward roll. Or actually, let's see the forward roll. Here's my beautiful assistant, Emery. All right, so Emery, let's go ahead and let's do a forward roll. Okay. So just tuck your head, you can roll over your arm, whatever, okay. You know. Good. All right, Emery, please go ahead and demonstrate the forward roll. Good. Now, as you guys kind of saw that, he didn't slam into the ground. He just rolled right through. It does take a lot of practice. That is something that you really want to make sure that you do. You practice it. Because it's that whole understanding of, what is it, Sun Tzu quote, you know, it's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener during war. So we don't want to have to wait until a certain situation, and now we're trying to, you know, protect ourselves. And especially if you don't know how to forward roll, and you're in motion, maybe you're running, whatever it is, and you try to catch your fall. I mean, you'll be lucky if you actually, you know, catch your fall. You don't want to just, you know, fall and now you just basically bust out your teeth or bust your nose or you knock yourself out. So definitely, you know, if you can, if you're not going too fast or anything like that, you might be able to do a forward roll or you might be able to catch your fall, either or. Matter of fact, show us a front fall. You're just gonna like, that's the reason why you work your push-up muscles. So he falls forward and he just catches himself. That's all it is, okay? You know, once again, he's not trying to slam his face into the ground or anything like that. Now we're gonna talk about the backward roll, okay? Once again, we're trying to, actually we're gonna go right into the back break fall and then we'll go into a backward roll. So anyways, back break fall, for some of my guys who are airborne guys, you know, you got the PLF, the parachute landing fall, about the same thing, right? So, but anyways, just as a basic way of learning how to do a break fall, let's go into from the ground up. So I want you to go ahead and have a seat right here. Good. So I want you to keep your knees together, and I want you to just go into rocking motion. Don't hit your head on the ground. Just rock back, rock forward. Rock back, rock forward. Okay? When I'm trying to teach this as far as a break fall, I like to start from the ground right here. Okay? So good. Now go ahead and stand up real quick. So now we're going to go ahead and understand the same thing that he just did on the ground. Now we're going to add more to it because he's standing now. So just come right here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to squat, fall to your bottom, like a PLF, right? Squat, fall to your bottom, roll back. If you want to smack the ground, by all means, smack the ground. Go ahead. Good. Awesome. And then that's it. That's all. So he just smacked the ground. That's a normal thing when we do like in a dojo or some kind of a training hall or something. Obviously, if you try to do that on the concrete outside, it's not going to feel good. You know, your metatarsals, your metacarpals, man, it's not going to feel good at all. So just be mindful of that and everything. You know, you stop it with your palm, but you don't want to drive your elbow into the ground because you're going to chip your elbow. So anyways, yep, he just did that back break fall, trying to protect the bucket right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a backward roll. And he's going to do it in that same fashion as the back break fall, except for this time what he's going to do is he's going to fall to his bottom, actually squat, fall to his bottom, and he's going to roll over his shoulder. So can you go ahead and demonstrate that? He's going to tuck his head to one side. Which shoulder are you going to roll over?
Probably right.
Okay, so he's going to roll over his right shoulder. So that means he's going to have to tuck his head to the left. All right, so go ahead and squat and
start further there.
Go ahead and, all right, so go ahead and squat, tuck your head to the left side, roll over your shoulder. And that's pretty much it. So once again, it's whether or not, like, maybe you're going backwards and you probably couldn't break fall or anything like that. The forward roll, the backward roll, it's only as effective if you have enough room for it, you know. But if anything, if you don't have that much space, maybe confined space or whatever, back break fall should suffice. So the other one that we're going to do is, like, if you fall and maybe someone's trying to aggress at you, we got to learn how to technically stand up. Because if we just go to our knees and trying to get up or whatever, you might get that soccer kick in your face or somebody freaking comes down or uppercuts you or whatever. So anyways, we're going to do our back break fall, and then I want you to stay in the sit-up position. Okay, so just come right here. And I want you to squat, fall back, and then stay in that sit-up position. So what Imre is going to do here, kind of face the camera real quick. So what he's going to do here, what I want you to do is I want you to put one hand down, and then he's going to put his opposite foot down on the ground. So he's got his right hand down on the ground. He's going to put his left foot on the ground. And so all of his weight is going to be on his right hand and his left foot. So stay just like that, Imre. I want you to just pick your hip up. He's going to be able to pick his hip up because he's got opposite hand, opposite foot. Go ahead and sit down. So now try this real quick. Right hand, put your right foot on the ground, and I want you to do the same thing. It's going to be a little difficult. Yeah. So, but anyways, we're going to go right to the left foot on the ground, right hand on the ground. And all he's gonna do and let me back up real quick. He's got his hand up just in case that person starts to try to come after him. You know, turn this way, please. He's got that hand up in case I'm trying to aggress him. Maybe he can kick my knee with that right there. Or if he needs to create space, he starts to kind of back up. Exactly. Now, what I want him to do is he's gonna put all of his weight on his right hand, left foot, lift your hip up, and then you're gonna circle that right foot all the way behind you. And then there you have it. All the way up, and then get to your feet. A nice hop so that you create a little bit more distance is even better. And always keep your hands up. Remember that strength triangle, okay? So making sure that you can protect your ribs. If you gotta protect your leg, bring your knee up. That's it, really appreciate it. And that's it, awesome.
Guys, hit that like button. See you next week.
If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you don't miss out on anything.